pasta alla puttanesca.
Is pasta made in the way of a
woman of the night?
Yes, it has a few specific ingredients, but it's called that way because if you are a lady who's busy doing other things other than cooking, you can always throw together these few ingredients and make a good sauce. And it may taste like you spent a good part of your morning preparing that for your dear husband.
It's one of my favorite sauces. And I thought it was just because it was like salty that it was like, it's kind of a salty person. No. No, I was wrong. I would be wrong about
that.
The
lady who's too busy.
Italian for Travelers, Episode 15, the Food and Dietary Restrictions episode. In today's episode, Elisa prepares us for ordering a wide variety of foods with mini-glossaries for specialties we might find in different eateries. We also learn helpful Italian vocabulary to communicate any food allergies, sensitivities, and preferences.
Ciao! Benvenuti a Italian for Travelers, the second season of the Postcards from Italy podcast. I'm Elisa, a native Italian speaker and teacher. Although I was born in Emilia-Romagna, I've spent the last 18 years living in the US and teaching Italian to mostly American students. Along the way, I've learned a lot about what first-time travelers and new Italian language learners really want to know. In short, they want to live la Dolce Vita glamour, but without the grammar. This season, let's stamp your passport with some Italian vocabulary, cultural tips, dialogues, and practice lessons with my real-life student and friend, Erin. But we only share a fraction of what we talk about on our streaming episodes.
Visit www.postcardsfromitalypodcast.com for our bonus materials and subscribe to our newsletter for updates.
With our podcast and bonus materials, I can help you transform from just another tourist into a curious traveler. Okay. Here we go. Remember, don't worry if you cannot understand much during your first listen. Just relax, sit back, and enjoy la dolce lingua. Ok, cominciamo. Let's begin. Cari amici, benvenuti. Welcome to Italian for Travelers, Lesson 15. Mini-glossarii sul cibo e restrizioni alimentari.
Mini-glossaries about food and dietary restrictions. This one's really important for many of our listeners.
Yes, that's right. We're going to show you today different vocabulary guides about the different foods you can have at establishments like the bar, the restaurant, la pizzeria, the gelateria, and then we'll also give you a food guide about fruit and veggies. And on top of that, we'll end the episode with a few useful sentences and words that you can use if you have any sort of dietary restrictions.
In this episode, instead of offering a couple of dialogues as we have for the last several episodes, we're going to focus on vocabulary. And to that end, we have 6 glossaries, 6 mini glossaries, and we also have 4 practice exercises based on those glossaries.
Esatto.
Okay, so you're going to have to suffer through it with me.
Thankfully, thankfully it's all about food, so it's not going to be a whole lot of suffering.
Yeah, it's very, very fun.
It's going to be pleasant.
And one thing about this episode is you may be interested in getting our bonus materials because we will have the entire glossary with no breaks and with repetition. That's found in our bonus materials for this episode.
Esatto.
So you can listen to that one over and over and over again.
So let's look at our idiom for the day. Chi ha denti non ha pane e chi ha pane non ha denti.
He who has teeth has no bread, and he who has bread has no teeth.
This is actually a very, very common idiom in Italian. We use it quite often. And the idea is that sometimes life is unfair, right? Sometimes you have people who have the means to do something, but not the intention, or vice versa. Or sometimes you're in a phase of life where you want to do something, but you don't have the means. And so that's exactly what it illustrates. So sometimes you may want to eat all the gluten-full pizza in front of you.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Mozzarella di bufala, but maybe you are lactose intolerant or celiac or can't handle gluten very well. So yeah.
And we got you covered.
Esatto.
We got you covered.
Yes. And so do all the pizzerie and ristoranti in Italy. Okay. After listening to the last 2 episodes of our podcast, you're probably eager to board a plane and start eating your way across the boot.
That's so true. Even just recording these, I can't wait to go eat.
Anch'io. Me too. We don't blame you. As a native and someone who has already eaten their way across the good part of the country, food is still one of the things I get the most excited about every time I go back to my hometown. Italian food varies dramatically from region to region, and my mama would be disappointed in me if I didn't tell you that some of the most delicious food you'll ever eat in Italy comes from Emilia-Romagna. But no matter where you are, you can rest assured that you're going to find incredible culinary specialties as well as pasta, vino, espresso, pizza, and gelato wherever you go. We have put together a handy little vocabulary guide to help you eat to your heart's content. Whether you are in a pizzeria, at a bar, at the ristorante, or at a gelateria. And yes, we've also included some useful phrases if you are vegan or have common food restrictions.
All right.
Ok, cominciamo con un glossario per il bar. Simple communication is our goal. Therefore, we often provide the default masculine form of a noun or an adjective, and we prioritize formal communication over informal, unless otherwise noted. Don't worry, Italian speakers will still understand you.
At the bar.
Al bar.
I'd like
Vorrei
a croissant and a cappuccino.
un cornetto e un cappuccino.
An espresso with a dab of milk foam.
Un macchiato.
An espresso with a shot of liqueur.
Un caffè corretto.
A diluted coffee.
Un caffè lungo.
A very diluted coffee.
Un caffè americano.
A double shot of espresso.
Un caffè doppio.
Coffee with milk.
Un caffè latte.
Milk.
Il latte.
An espresso shaken over ice.
Un caffè shakerato.
May I just say that un caffè shakerato is one of the best things you can ever have in the summer.
I agree.
Highly recommend. A cup of tea.
Una tazza di tè.
An herbal tea.
Una tisana.
Fruit juice.
Un succo di frutta alla
Peach.
pesca.
Pineapple.
Ananas.
Orange.
Arancia.
Pear.
Pera.
Freshly squeezed orange juice.
Una spremuta d'arancia.
A glass of water.
Un bicchiere d'acqua.
A pastry.
Una pasta.
A prepared sandwich.
Un panino farcito.
A cold sandwich with mayo and filling.
Un tramezzino.
A cup of hot chocolate.
Una tazza di cioccolata calda. And now let's move on to our first lessico in pratica.
Vocabulary in practice.
Practice saying these things in Italian. Start your sentences with vorrei.
Which means I would like.
Erin, come si dice I would like a croissant and a cappuccino?
Vorrei un cornetto e un cappuccino.
Bravissima. Come si dice I would like a prepared sandwich?
Vorrei un panino farcito.
Bravissima.
Now,
Perfetto.
I want to ask you, I've never seen the word farcito before. I've seen
Oh, it's
panino.
Yeah.
So,
Panino farcito stuffed with, it could be grilled eggplant, cheese,
my
and
gosh.
prosciutto, and a bit of rucola, or whatever, like, any type of stuffing.
it's the beginning of this
Farcito.
episode, and I'm already
You will also find...
frothing at the mouth.
You
La
will also-
colina en boca, right?
Ho la colina in bocca, bravissima. You will also find farcito or farcita when you look at the descriptions of stuffed pasta at the restaurant. So tortellini farciti con spinaci e ricotta. Tortellini stuffed with spinach and ricotta, for example.
That's a great note. So farcito.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad I asked you about
Yes,
that one.
brava. So Erin, continuiamo. Come si dice I would like a cup of tea?
Vorrei un tazza di tè.
Yes, bravissima, pinky out. Numero 4, come si dice I would like a freshly squeezed orange juice?
Vorrei una spremuta di arancia.
Una spremuta d'arancia.
D'arancia, so not
Sì.
di, like we can put the apostrophe. Okay.
Yes.
So una spremuta d'arancia.
Bravissima. Yes. So spremere is to squeeze. And
Oh,
so that's your freshly squeezed orange juice.
spremuta.
Yes. Numero 5. I would like a very diluted coffee.
Vorrei un americano.
Bravissima.
Or un caffè americano?
Sì, un americano, un caffè americano, either one works.
Okay.
Numero 6, come si dice I'd like a peach fruit juice?
Vorrei un succo di frutta alla pesca.
Bravissima. Numero 7, I would like an espresso with a dab of milk foam.
Vorrei un caffè macchiato.
Yes, the famous macchiato, that's your good option for after lunch, after dinner, when you feel like you want that taste of milk in your coffee.
But not too much milk.
Not too much milk, just a dab. Don't have cappuccino, have a macchiato instead. Numero 8, come si dice I would like a pastry?
Vorrei una pasta.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you about that word because pasta is also pasta.
What's the difference between pasta and pasta?
Yeah, pasta and pastry.
Yeah. So when you count them, una pasta, due paste, tre paste, that's a pastry.
Okay.
Pasta, uncounted, is the generic term for, tortellini, spaghetti, maccheroni, lasagne, and all of that.
Okay.
La pasta.
La pasta, so
Yes.
the pasta.
Yeah, but when you start counting them, una pasta, due paste, that only refers to pastries at the bar.
Okay, so it's a big concept for me, but I just
Counting.
know they're called the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
yeah. Numero 9. Come si dice I'd like an herbal tea?
Vorrei una tisana.
Perfetto, una tisana.
Tisana.
Bravissima. E l'ultima, last one. Come si dice I would like an espresso with a shot of liquor.
Vorrei un caffè corretto.
Yes, to start my morning
I
right.
would like my cafe corrected, please, with a little shot.
Bravissima.
And then everything else will sound better. I won't even worry about what kind of pasta is pasta.
Oh, yes, it doesn't matter
Is this
anymore.
a pasta?
Your
Is this a
day's gonna
pastry?
be
I don't
good.
care.
Yeah. Your day's going to be good.
Sì. Chi se ne frega, right? Who
Brava,
cares? Whatever.
brava. Chi se ne frega.
Okay.
Now, let's move on to our second glossary. And here we are at the pizzeria.
At the pizzeria.
In pizzeria.
A pizza, please.
Una pizza, per favore.
With anchovies.
Alle acciughe.
Without tomato sauce.
Bianca.
And bianca also means
White.
If you remember that, then you'll know that that's not the red sauce.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
With mushrooms, olives, ham, and artichokes.
4 stagioni.
With spicy salami.
Alla diavola.
With mushrooms cooked in olive oil, garlic, and parsley.
Ai funghi trifolati.
With mushrooms and ham.
Prosciutto e funghi.
With prosciutto.
Al crudo.
With tomato sauce, mozzarella, and basil.
Margherita.
With tomato sauce, garlic, oregano.
Marinara.
With eggplant.
Alle melanzane.
With green or red peppers.
Ai peperoni.
With mozzarella, anchovies, tomato sauce.
Napoletana.
With 4 cheeses.
Ai 4 formaggi.
With sausage.
Alla salsiccia.
With tuna and onions.
Al tonno e cipolla.
With just veggies.
Vegetariana or ortolana.
With buffalo milk's mozzarella.
Alla mozzarella di bufala.
Folded pizza turnover with fillings.
Un calzone. Let's now move on to the restaurant.
I'm excited to dive into
Yes.
this glossary. Again, we only offer a portion of our glossaries and our practice tests, but we have everything available on our website. So for the bonus materials and for that uninterrupted, repetition-heavy glossary about food and dietary restrictions, head over to our website.
Esatto.
At the restaurant.
Al ristorante.
Cold cuts.
Salumi or affettati.
Air-cured beef.
Bresaola.
Air-cured pork shoulder.
Coppa or capocollo.
Air-cured pork cheek.
Guanciale.
Air-cured smoked ham.
Speck.
Salt-cured ham aged in Parma.
Prosciutto di Parma.
Ham.
Prosciutto cotto.
Finely hashed or ground cured pork.
Mortadella.
Salami.
Salame.
Sausage.
Salsiccia.
Salt-cured pork belly.
Pancetta.
Spit-roasted stuffed suckling pig.
Porchetta.
Pasta with garlic and olive oil sauce.
Pasta, aglio e olio.
Pasta with a sauce of pork cheek, pecorino, and tomato.
Pasta alla matriciana.
Pasta with tomato sauce and chili peppers.
Pasta all'arrabbiata.
Pasta with tomato and meat sauce.
Pasta al ragù.
Pasta with mushrooms and sausage.
Pasta alla boscaiola.
Pasta with cheese and pepper.
Pasta al cacio e pepe.
Pasta with bacon, egg, cheese, and pepper.
Pasta alla carbonara.
Pasta with seafood sauce.
Pasta ai frutti di mare.
Pasta with tomato, eggplant, and ricotta.
Pasta alla norma.
Oven-baked pasta.
Pasta al forno.
Pasta with tomato sauce, olives, anchovies, and capers.
Pasta alla puttanesca.
Pasta with mussels, clams, and tomatoes.
Pasta allo scoglio.
Pasta with truffle.
Pasta al tartufo.
Meat.
Carne.
Pork.
Maiale.
Beef.
Manzo. Now, let's move on to our second lessico in pratica exercise.
So our second vocabulary in practice.
Practice saying these things in Italian. Erin, come si dice a pizza with mushrooms, olives, ham, artichokes, please?
Una pizza quattro stagioni.
4 stagioni.
Quattro stagioni.
Sì, 4 seasons.
Per favore. But you may notice that stagione means seasons, and that was something that we learned in a previous episode.
Yes, and the quattro, you know, the meaning of quattro from, again, previous episodes. You put it together, 4 seasons.
Yeah, so by this time you're probably recognizing a lot of different words, which is great.
Esatto. Numero 2. Come si dice a pizza with just veggies, please?
Una pizza vegetariana, per favore.
Sì.
Or una pizza ortolana.
Sì.
What does ortolana mean?
L'ortolano is the fruit and produce seller.
Oh.
Sorry, yes, l'ortolano, the person who grows vegetables and sometimes fruit. So l'ortolana is the ortolano way, meaning it mostly has veggies.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So remember that.
Yeah. If that's the pizza you choose to have.
Ortolana.
You know? Yes, if that's the pizza you choose to have. Numero 3. Come si dice a pizza with buffalo milk mozzarella, please?
This is my favorite. Una pizza alla mozzarella di bufala. Per favore.
Sì. And of course, you can have many of these pizzas that we just, showed in the glossary and ask for mozzarella di bufala.
So instead
of regular mozzarella, you have to pay a little extra.
Oh, it's so worth it.
Oh, sì. I agree.
Yeah. When in Rome.
Sì. Numero 4. Come si dice a pizza with green or red peppers, please?
This is a trick question, guys. Una pizza ai pepperoni. Per favore.
Sì.
So the reason this is a trick question is that this is with bell peppers.
That's what pepperoni means in Italian.
Yes. So it is not like pepperoni, like a salami style of pepperoni. Okay. So you will not get that if you order a pepperoni pizza.
No, if you want the American pepperoni, you have to say salame piccante.
Salame piccante.
Spicy salame.
Okay.
Or in some places, they may just call pizza alla diavola, the devil's pizza, because it's spicy.
Oh, yeah. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Another thing that they're saying a pizza of pepperoni, or because in America we would say with blah, 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 blah,
you
blah.
can also say con.
Okay.
Con pepperoni, con prosciutto. It's more common to say a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you can say both ways.
So you can say it both ways. So if we get to know all of the glossary terms for all of the different food items, we could also use con and they would understand.
And then also you'll probably be looking at a menu.
but I highly recommend instead of just pointing that you use your
Certo.
words and you use this lesson.
Always in Italian, always.
Sì,
Yeah.
sì, certo. Ok.
Ok, so numero 5. Come si dice pasta with a sauce of pork cheek, pecorino, and tomato, please?
And pork cheek is guanciale.
Yes.
However, this type of pasta alla matriciana.
Alla matriciana.
Alla matriciana.
So this is pasta in the way of Amatrice. Amatrice is a city near Rome, and that's one of the ways that they make their pasta. Alla matriciana, so the Amatrice way. Done in that way. Like also like pasta alla puttanesca.
Oh, okay. Do you handle it? Pasta alla puttanesca.
Is pasta made in the way of a... Well, I mean, I was going to just... I was going to say it's made in the way of a...
A woman of the night?
Yes! Of loose morals. A harlot.
There's a lot of ways to say it, but basically...
It's it has a few specific ingredients, but it's called that way because if you are a lady who's busy doing other things other than cooking, you can always throw together these few ingredients and make a good sauce, and it may taste like you spent a good part of your morning preparing that for your dear husband.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I make this sauce often. I don't know what it says about me, but
it's one of my favorite sauces. And I thought it was
I
just
make
because
it
it was like
often.
salty that it was like, oh, it's kind of a salty person. No. No, I was wrong. I would be wrong about
the
that.
lady who's too busy. Yes.
Okay, what's next?
So, next, numero 6. Come si dice?
Ciao, it's Erin. We're fading out here so that we can keep our free streaming episodes a reasonable length of time. For additional bonus audio and all kinds of other bonus materials, head to our website. Now back to the show.
Let's continue with our 5th mini glossary, and that one is my favorite because it's all about gelato.
Gelato. And gelato, again, if you're a season 1 listener, you know we've had the battle of gelato versus ice cream. So you
Guess who won?
Yeah. Yeah, no surprise there. So let's learn some words related to gelato and just a couple of flavors.
Yeah, so I try to include some flavors that might be common across the country versus any type of flavor that you may find in any gelateria that you stop at. Italians are very creative with food and they like to try new flavors in gelato as well as other regular dishes. So you'll walk into a gelateria and most likely find a few of the flavors that you're going to listen to in a minute. And also you'll find an assortment of funny names that don't really give you a hint about what the flavor consists of. Last season, we had Danielle and her boyfriend, or Italian boyfriend, walk into a gelateria, and one of the flavors was la delizia nera, and that was chocolate and other ingredients in it.
Like chocolate upon chocolate upon chocolate.
Chocolate death.
It was like a chocolate death, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I think it had, some type of nut. Flavors like these might be specific to an individual gelateria. You may not be able to find them the next gelateria over. And so we cannot obviously include stuff like that. We just included something that's common you could find in the Dolomites just as well as in Sicily.
And you might find some of the flavors that we just mentioned in the fruits and vegetables section.
Esatto.
Okay. Gelato.
Gelato.
Cone.
Il cono.
Cup.
La coppa or la coppetta.
1 scoop or flavor.
Un gusto.
2 scoops or flavors.
2 gusti.
With whipped cream.
Con panna.
Chocolate hazelnut.
Bacio.
Chocolate.
Cioccolato.
Custard.
Crema.
Crunchy gelato with toasted peanut pieces.
Croccantino.
Cream.
Fior di latte.
Mint.
Menta.
Hazelnut.
Nocciola.
Vanilla with shreds of chocolate.
Stracciatella.
Strawberry.
Fragola.
Soy ice cream.
Gelato di soia.
And as a bonus, can I have a sample?
Certo. Posso avere un assaggio? Now, let's move on to one of our most important glossaries. That's the one that deals with food restrictions.
Food restrictions.
Restrizioni alimentari.
I am allergic to.
Sono allergico or allergica a.
I cannot eat.
Non posso mangiare.
I don't eat.
Non mangio.
Dairy.
Latticini.
Gluten.
Glutine.
Shellfish.
Molluschi e crostacei.
Seafood.
Frutti di mare.
Peanuts.
Arachidi.
Nuts.
Noci e frutta secca.
Meat.
Carne.
I am celiac.
Sono celiaco or celiaca.
I am vegetarian.
Sono vegetariano or vegetariana.
I am vegan.
Sono vegano or vegana.
Are there animal products here?
Ci sono prodotti di origine animale qui?
I'll have this without.
Prendo questo, ma senza
Eggs.
uova,
Cheese.
formaggio.
Is this organic?
È biologico?
No alcohol for me, please.
Per me niente alcol, per favore.
I'd like something light, please.
Vorrei qualcosa di leggero, per favore.
I'd like something low cholesterol, please.
Vorrei qualcosa a basso contenuto di colesterolo, per favore.
And Elisa, I wanted to ask you about this because several years ago, being a vegetarian or a vegan, even just a couple of years ago, I think in Italy would be very difficult. Are you finding that it's more common in Italy to find places that are more willing to work with gluten-free, with dairy-free, with vegan and vegetarian?
Sì. Yeah, so in my region, Emilia-Romagna, I notice a huge difference compared to just 6-7 years ago in the type of offerings that restaurants and eating establishments have for customers in terms of vegan and vegetarian options. Definitely much easier to find.
Another tip that I have is that when I go to a new town or city, if that's important to me that I find things that are organic or where I'm able to find like gluten-free, etc., I'll try on my phone to find a place that's a organic market. For example.
That's a great idea.
And so then if you go to an organic market, and how do we say?
Biologico.
Biologico.
Bio.
If you find something like that in Italy, then I would think that you have more of a chance of meeting people who would have an idea of where else to go. Other restaurants, cafes, etc.
Yeah. I'll have to say that Italy has been focused on biological, organic food for a long time. I think way before it was common here, at least in California. And now let's move on to our final lessico in pratica.
So the final vocabulary and practice for this extensive vocabulary list.
This is where you finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Practice saying these things in Italian. Erin, come si dice, is this organic?
È biologico?
Bravissima, perfetto. Come si dice, I cannot eat dairy?
Non posso mangiare latticini?
Perfetto, bravissima. Come si dice, I am vegan?
Sono vegana.
Sì, for a woman, vegana, perfetto. And for a man, if you're a guy, you would say sono vegano.
Sono vegano. Okay.
Numero 4.
And I guess if you have other allergies that we haven't listed here, then maybe use your app to translate your specific restrictions, and then you can just put it in almost like a
so you
formula.
will have the base sentence, sono allergico a, and then you can add whatever name of food that you are, unable to eat.
Yeah, pizza? No.
Hopefully not. You know what? I went through a phase where I couldn't eat gluten and dairy, and still I was able to eat some pretty good pizza in Italy. So
good. That's great to know.
Yeah, esatto. Italy does not want you to starve or to not enjoy your food.
Yeah. So that's wonderful, because that means that we're now armed with everything that we need in order to keep ourselves feeling great for that next day of sightseeing and to eat another day.
Yeah, so we can finally say to everyone, buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
Ciao, it's Elisa again. As you can tell, Erin and I love to talk about what travelers can expect when they visit Italy. Not just language, obviously, but with the culture, food, and so much more. In our free streaming episodes, we only scratch the surface. But in our bonus materials, you'll get access to everything, including transcripts for each episode, as well as translations, vocabulary lessons, and cultural tips from today's roundtable. Visit postcardsfromitalypodcast.com for details. Have the confidence of an Italian even in simple conversations and everyday situations. With our bonus materials, you'll get ad-free, full-length audio conversations, practice exercises with written worksheets, and bonus graphics that decode gestures, road signs, and menus.
Our premium subscribers get one additional bonus not found anywhere else. For our Italian for Travelers family, we've created uninterrupted glossaries for each episode that include the English word or expression, followed by the Italian version, which is then repeated so that you can listen and learn, practice, and repeat. These no-fuss listen and repeat glossaries take the drama out of learning travelers' Italian. Listen in the car, on your morning walk, on planes and trains, even while doing dishes or making dinner. Each episode's glossary file features all of the mini-glossaries in that lesson, so you can focus on the terms and situations that matter most to you, like food, shopping, or sightseeing. This is only for our Season 2 bonus material subscribers, so sign up today.
If you're an intermediate learner, you may also love the lessons in our Season 1 bonus materials, so check out our website. Visit postcardsfromitalypodcast.com for details. Postcards from Italy is a labor of love, connecting different cultures as we explore the dynamic nature of modern Italy through its language.
And remember to follow us on Instagram and sign up for our emails to stay updated on webinars and classes.
Thank you for listening. Non vedo l'ora di incontrarci di nuovo.